Hey, it's Kurt Thompson here. This is just an update to the 16-week upper register course. And I made this update because there's a common theme that comes up with people in the course, and it's about practice time limits and the individual techniques. So remember, the video that you're going to watch after this is going to tell you that the first month, 30 minutes a day. Second month is an hour a day. The third month is an hour and a half a day. And the last month is 2 hours a day. So, except for when you're doing the Claude Gordon, no matter what, when you've reached a half an hour on the techniques during the first month, that's it. You're done. And you need to budget your time accordingly. So if you miss a technique, that means you're spending too much time on another technique. So you need to be paying very careful attention to what I tell you about each individual technique and make a note of that, and don't go longer. People are having a problem by not being careful about the time limit. So the first month, when you're not doing the Claude Gordon, guaranteed you don't need to be doing any more than 30 minutes on the techniques. When you're doing the Claude Gordon, yes, it'll pump it up to maybe 40 or 45 minutes. Okay, so the second month, now you're going to be at an hour. So after you've gone through the techniques, if it's more than an hour, then you're not doing it right. You're going to be overtraining. And then the third month, hour and a half. Cap it off at an hour and a half, and then 2 hours max on the last month. So people constantly email, or they have a question about the duration, the time limits of the techniques. So I prescribe what the technique should be almost on all of it. But even if I don't, you need to be looking at your watch, and you need to be dividing the techniques into the time that is the max for that particular month. So for example, if you're on week 6, which is the start of the second month, and you're going over an hour, then that's not good. You're doing things wrong. You're spending too much time on one particular technique. People tend to do that because they want to master a technique. So they keep working on it and working on it and working on it. And we're not here to do that. We're here to take all these pieces of the puzzle and assemble them and get a little bit by little bit better. So you don't need to hunker down and work on one technique over and over and over again in one sitting just because you want to get it perfect. And some personalities want to do that, but that will backfire on you in this particular course. So the reason for me updating the course right now, today is April 17th, 2015, and I just had to, sorry about that, I just had to stop here and I'm going to put this update and watch now for the course because too many people are having problems with the duration of each technique and the total duration of daily practice. So on almost all the techniques I give you an idea about how much to do it. The lip buzzing, first week 10 minutes, second week 5 minutes, third week all the way through the rest of the course 3 minutes max for that particular technique, that particular lip buzzing technique that I gave you. So you need to write that down and pay attention. Otherwise you're going to be out of control on how much time you're doing the techniques. And remember, the number one cause for not being able to develop your upper register is overtraining, overplaying, over-practicing. You do too much here, you're going to weaken everything and it can't recuperate. If it can't recuperate, you're not going to build the strength that you need to get the high range and to develop what we need in this course. You got to pay attention to that. And so I thought it was so important because I get so many emails about people wondering how long to practice, you know, all this kind of stuff. So, and also use your noggin. People ask, what technique do I practice when? You got to use your common sense. Obviously, you're not going to practice the 4-octave glissando and warm up on that one. So, the lip buzzing, the pedal tones, some of the things like that are easier at the beginning of the practice. The harder techniques, of course, you're not going to be practicing those as a warm-up. So you got to use your common sense. So let me think if there's anything else that people have been having trouble with on this course. People want to know if they already do a warm-up, should they continue with their original warm-up and still do my course? Not really. I mean, you can do a 5-minute, some long tones and lip slurs, but a lot of things in the course are a built-in warm-up. The low relaxed lip buzzes, the pedal tones, that's a built-in warm-up right there, and the other things. So you don't want to be redundant. So I guess that brings up a good point. Don't be redundant. You don't want to do 10 minutes of pedal tones in the course and then spend 15 minutes on some long tone study that some other teacher gave you. That would be redundancy. You don't want to do that. It's a waste of time and it actually might backfire on you. So let's go ahead and recap this. Getting tired of holding this phone up here like this. So I'm Kurt Thompson. It's April 17th, 2015, and it's a gorgeous day here in Arizona. But I felt compelled to make this video to put along with the course, simply because of so many people emailing about the time limits and how much to practice. And I already say that in the first week, so I guess I needed to say it again. So you need to write this stuff down. Look at your watch. Have a time stop there, a timer, or actually even on my smartphone I got one of those. But you got to pay careful attention to that. You can't spend 2 hours on these techniques in the first month. You're going to kill yourself, and you're just going to spin your wheels, and you're not going to get any progress. So that should take care of that. Now go on to the first week, because hopefully you will have watched this before you watch the first week, and make notes and keep track of your time. And you will get what you deserve, which is an awesome, fantastic range and endurance and power. I'll see you in week 16, and I'll be looking for your video review of how well you do in this course. See ya. Bye-bye.